Man, let's get this thing on the road. Let's get it on the road. All right. We're going to give this stream some time to get started. I'm going to have to go get my chat open. Let's get the chat open. See what's going on. Whew. Man, I never thought that I would be streaming like this. Good grief. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. So, let's see. All right. We're up on Periscope. We're up on Facebook. I had to reopen the Gye-Nyame journey on YouTube. But for some reason, the data is not making it to YouTube. So I'm going to have to really look that up so that we can start checking out the issue with that. But for now, what I am going to do is I need to go to G&J Media. I should have did this at first. I apologize. G&J Media Live. All right. Let's see if anything pops up. Nothing's popping up. All right. So what I'm going to do for this, and I have to, the only problem with this is because I didn't open an account with Facebook, I have to go in continuously and change the stream settings so that I can go on and stream through my Facebook page or stream from my Facebook page, because I want to make sure that that's active for the family. General settings. And like I said, anybody that wants to learn how to use some of this stuff, or better yet, not learn, but we could do it together, because I'm in the process of learning at the same time that I'm doing it. All right, let me get off the site. All right, hopefully something will be popping up. I'm going to refresh the screen because it'll come from the Facebook page. And let me go over to Facebook. Let's see. All right. Go to Gye-Nyame Journey. I'm being told that I'm streaming on Facebook by Restream.io, but it don't appear that anything is popping off right now. So, Spreaker, I want to say good morning to y'all. We're about to get started. Oh, we are live on Facebook. Okay. Shouts out to all the people out there. Sorry for the tardiness. I was up late last night. I was working on another video project. I'm putting together a short e-course, another e-course. Y'all like, uh-oh, he fell into the e-course thing. But I'm putting together an e-course, and I'm calling it Chakras for Black Folk. I think that might be the new line of my books. You know, for black folk. Chakras for black folk. You know what I'm saying? And I want to, because it's a lot of stuff out here. There's a lot of information that I believe is out here that's not really good for us. Right? Well, I ain't going to even say good, not even good for us. I'm going to say it's overcomplicated. Right? It's certain information that if you were to distill it and break it down, I think would be helpful to a lot of people out there. But some people make it so goddamn complicated. Like years ago when I came after I started dealing with the players pyramid, and I really started looking at life from a framework of our principles, from our framework, I would run into like spiritual practices where you would have to learn a whole nother language in order to communicate with God. Now, let me give you a short story for myself. My name is Hatem. I got my name Hatem because I was dealing with a group of brothers that was involved with Islam, and I was really interested in this group, and I was going to jump into it full-fledged. And one day I got into a discussion with one of the older members, and he was relatively knowledgeable. He read all the books, and we started having a conversation about heaven and who would be permitted into heaven. And in our discussion, he was dead set on telling me that my grandparents were going to hell. Now, I was young at that point in time, and I listened, and I said, why? He said, because they haven't accepted Islam. I said, my family was never exposed to Islam here. My grandmother was raised a Christian. My grandfather was raised a Christian. They have been helping their family and the community that they live in forever, ever since I remember. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember my grandmother's house being empty. You know what I'm saying? Not until the older years do I ever remember my grandmother's house being empty. They was always helping somebody in the family or helping somebody else, going to church, doing everything that they were supposed to be doing. And this dude is telling me they're going to hell. So I'm listening to this man. I'm like, this is a goddamn fool. And then he said, and especially since they can't speak Arabic, I said, hold on. You mean to tell me that the only way that you get into heaven is if you speak Arabic and you accept Islam? That's not the God for me. You know, and you know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's, you know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? And the God created everything. We all agree with this. You know what I'm saying? We all agree. You know what I'm saying? So you mean to tell me that God can't speak English? The creator, or however you look at it. Right then and there, I was like, dog, you know, this organized religion shit is a hustle. For me personally. Because I know some people that organized religion has really helped. And I'm very grateful that it saved their lives. But as far as this brother right here, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that for a lot of people that I've run into, it's been a hustle. And it's like, it's very crushing. So today, I put on the timeline, the race to the bottom. The race to the bottom. And this is what I notice about everything around me. It's like everybody, every institution is racing to the bottom. Now there's a guy that hit me to the term tribe. His name is Seth Gooden. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember what I was listening to or whatever, but I happened to stumble on one of his books. And his book was about knowing when to quit. You know what I'm saying? And it was a real good book. And he wrote another book called Green Cow. Anyway, his stuff was short and to the point, and he was talking about building your tribe, building a tribe, right? For your brand, building a tribe for your life. You know what I'm saying? Because we all operate in tribes. We all operate and find people that we think like, that we're comfortable around. And I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Boom, all right, cool. Gye-Nyame tribe. Right. Shit, we got a group of people that see the world in a certain way. We got a certain education system. We got a certain way of sharing information, right? But he often used a term in his writing that in my probably late 30s, early 40s, because I don't want to age the brother because it might not, you know what I'm saying? But let me say this. It was long enough ago that I was on Bryden Road when I first got hip to him, right? So that was a long time ago because some of my adult children were about 15 at this time. So someone was yeah. But anyway, so I'm looking at what this brother's talking about, but it's one term that he kept using that I could not understand. He kept using the term racing to the bottom. We're having a problem with our economy because we're racing to the bottom. And it took me a long time to really understand what this brother was talking about. Shouts out to Brother Kwame. Let me go to the chat to see if anybody's in the chat. I don't see anybody in the chat. But we're streaming, not quite on all cylinders. We on Periscope. We on Facebook on Gye-Nyame Journey. We on Facebook on Hot Tim. And it said we up on 4 platforms, but I don't see it. Shouts out. We're gonna get these libations out the way. Kwame says, great Kujichagulia to everybody. He is listening through the Spreaker. Family, if you are on Facebook with me right now, please check out gnjmedia.live. How you doing, Miss Shawanda Jackson? Too black. Too strong, right? Right? Now, and even in the conscious community, we're racing to the bottom. Right? And what this means, and let me try to explain it to you how I'm starting to understand it. Everybody is racing towards the cheapest. You get the most for the least. So in America, we see companies, profits rise while workers amount of value or how much money they bring home either stays the same or starts descending. You see a growth in the wealth gap of America, and especially in the racial wealth gap. We have a race to the bottom. I want to get the most for the least, rather than the proper reciprocity in our transactions. You get, I get. You know what I'm saying? I want you to get as little as possible, and I want to get as much as I can. And we see that this is happening all over. We can even see it in this in the presidencies and in government. I want the most for the least. And some people say that's good business, but it's good business up to a point to when you start violating other people to get your outcomes. You have to ask the question, is it honorable? Right? Is it honorable? In Gye-Nyame, we base a lot of our thoughts on honor, loyalty, and sacrifice. Yeah, everybody can't adhere to that shit all the time. I understand. All we ask in Gye-Nyame is that people try. What is honor? Honor is understanding that there is something higher than you, and you represent something higher than you. And you work to honor that, right? Honor means, in a sense, to elevate something, not a person, an idea, not an agenda, And in some people's cases, a deity. You honor that, and you act as if every one of your actions are, in a sense, going to affect that thing, because that thing or that idea, right, is above you, and you understand that you represent that. In our ancient traditions, we had that. We had that with family. We had that with tribe, because every last one of my decisions affected not only my family, but it affected my ancestors, because it reflected on them, and it also affects my children and my children's children. Your name went a long way, but in the race to the bottom, that shit don't matter. In the race for the bag, see, because now what we honor, what you start seeing now being honored, is profit. Right? You see, it's profits. We have politicians who base their views on polls. This is why, and that's why Donald Trump won, because we have individuals who don't stand on shit going up against somebody who at least people could say, that motherfucker stand for something. I don't know exactly what. You know what I'm saying? But he stand for something. He's not switching with the polls. Same thing with a lot of these businesses, right? You know, it's about what makes profit, not what's right. So we can allow our community to well, at least, let me put it this way. Because I've said for a long time that we don't really have a community. And, you know, some people get mad at me. This is why I'm really so intent on the whole tribe piece, because we have to build from zero. I don't even think that a lot of people understand the position that we are in a sense, as ADOS. We, unlike any other group, in this time, right now, today, are in a position to create a whole new paradigm. A whole new paradigm. Miss Shawanda say, I agree. Where do we start? Family, listen. I don't know what city you are in, but you have to start finding people, in a sense, like yourself. You have to start building. Like I said, family, I offer these shows, I offer the e-courses, I offer all that stuff, because we have to start talking and we have to start building. And you don't have to be a motherfucking doctor to do it. You don't have to be the smartest motherfucker in the room to do it. I started with me. I looked at my relationship with my principles. I looked at what I was doing. And I started moving towards honor. That's the best way I could. Best way I can. And that's all I can ask of anybody else. This is why a lot of times I don't get mad when people fall short. You know, I remember one time, because of the situation I was living in, and how I did shit. An elder said, listen, when you are comparing, we're looking for certain individuals, but when you're considering people, I want you to take yourself out the equation. You anomaly. You are outlier. Everybody can't do the shit that you do. I'm blessed in a certain way where I have been able to live my talk for the last 30 years. For the last 30 years, I have been blessed by my ancestors. I've been blessed to be able to live what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't make the most money, but I'm freer than motherfuckers that's doing $3 million a year. have more freedom. I have more ability to move because I'm moving on principle. I'm moving in principle. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I'm actually living the player's pyramid. And it's like, I got people around me sometimes that's just so irritated that I have to remove myself. You know what I'm saying? So, Miss Shawanda, I'm just gonna say, where to start, right? Where to start? Evaluate your principles. What's the most valuable? And then also check this out, family. You can always tell what a person truly believes in by what they value. Right? So if money is high up on your scale of value, I don't know where to tell you to start. I really don't. But if money is not, getting the bag is not at the top, there's plenty of hope for you. Now, I'm going to say, family, go to freegnjecourse.com. Boom. I laid out the whole foundation of what we do in Gye-Nyame right there. I make it available. And like I said, I'm working on some more stuff as well. But, you know, like I said, right now we racing to the bottom. Brother Kwame say, I'm also on Gye-Nyame Media Live and I hear all right and all, but not finding the chat box. Hey, I don't know where I'm looking. I own. Well, I ain't gonna say we own this shit. I can't find the chat box either. So, you might need to stay on Spreaker. Now, I'm sending people over there because I want them to see the merchandise and stuff like that as well. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, family, it's incredible the shit that we have been able to do with the little that we have. Miss T must find her tribe. Miss Shawanda, you got to find your tribe. Forgive me if I got her name wrong. No, it's not Yolanda. It's Shawanda. Family, I love dealing with y'all early in the morning. Y'all get me really, really ready to go into my adventure. Because I don't know. Well, I mean, I kind of got an idea every day of what I'm going to have to deal with. But you never know how it's going to come at you. And it's a beautiful thing. So tonight we will be having folk tales for grown folks. I'm going to get here and I'm going to try to finish up the... because now, the whole idea for chakras for black folk came because Miss Tracy sent me an article. It was late, by the way, for the newsletter, but it was a beautiful idea where she came up with a Google Doc, a shared Google Doc, where she asked an initial question, and her article was other people responses to her question or to the media that she placed up there. So I got it, and she sent me a piece about chakras. So I said, cool. Let me go on and work with this, because the video she sent, it was clear, but once again, it wasn't in our language. In Gye-Nyame, we speak a certain language, so I want people to understand that these 7 principles that we use, actually is more than 7, but these 7 principles that line up with the other principles align with everything. Help you make sense out of everything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is why when people ask me, because I had and as a matter of fact, it was Miss Tracy. She said, "Are you comedic?" I said, "No, baby, I'm not comedic. I'm ADOS. I'm not comedic. But I do believe in finding wisdom where wisdom is, and the Kemites had an enormous amount of wisdom, but you find that all throughout Africa, and you'll find it in Asia, and you'll find it in Europe, and of course you'll find it right here in North America with the indigenous people that's here. I'm into wisdom. That's what I love. All right, so let me go and give y'all the folk tale. So, cause people done fell off like this. He done went off. He off the rails. So tonight we're gonna do a brief reintroduction of Aesop, and we're gonna try to get to the discussion for the folk tale. So the folk tale, here we go. He says, speaking of Kemetic, did Elder alone? No, she didn't. No, she didn't send me and thank you for reminding me. And family, those out there, I need to post up the newsletter on our page. I'm post it up, and first I'm going to post it up in the group. Then I'm going to post it up on the page. I have to, it's done, but I'm going to post it up. I just want to make sure that the people that's on the Black Signal and the people that are doing the e-course and stuff like that get it. Then I'll put it out there so that everybody else could check it out. But go and check it out. But I'm bringing that up because the name of the newsletter is Cat In, which is Kemetic for our thing, which is a very powerful statement when you really turn it around. You know what I'm saying? All right. I don't know what's going on with Streamlabs on my piece, so I'm going to come on up out of that for a second. It's real heartbreaking when you put your little few coins into something and it ain't doing what it's supposed to do. You know? And some of the free services is outdoing the ones that's paid. But if we make it to the folktale for the night is the wolf and the lamb. Now this is going to be review for some of y'all, so this means that you are going to be able to shine tonight. And hopefully your insight, because we went all the way through this book. We did over 300 folk tales once a week. I want y'all to think about how long of commitment that was, right? How long of a commitment that was, right? So in a sense, even the shows here on Gye-Nyame Journey are initiation into something. We're not playing with it. Others play, not us. Others play, not us. I'm not playing, culture family. Shouts out to Miss Kim Carswell. The wolf and the lamb. This is for those advanced that want to be ahead of, be able to look up the folktale for the night. So the name of the newsletter is Cat In, which is a description exactly of what we do. Wolf, meeting with a lamb astray from the fold, resolved not to lay violent hands on him, but to find some plea to justify to the lamb the wolf's right to eat him. He thus addressed him. Sir, last year you grossly insulted me. Indeed, bleated the lamb in a mournful tone of voice. I was not then born. Then said the wolf, you feed in my pasture. The lamb said, no, good sir. I have not yet tasted grass. Again said the wolf, you drink of my well. No, exclaimed the lamb, I never yet drank water. For as yet my mother's milk is both food and drink to me. Upon which the wolf seized him and ate him up, saying, well, I won't remain supperless, even though you refute every one of my imputations. Now let's read that again. That's a good one. I remember that one. Woo. Wolf, meeting with a lamb astray from the fold, resolved not to lay violent hands on him, but to find some plea to justify to the lamb the wolf's right to eat him. Damn, this situation sounds familiar. Does this situation sound familiar to anybody else out there? He thus addressed him, Sirrah, last year you grossly insulted me. Indeed, bleated the lamb in a mournful tone of voice, I was not then born. Then said the wolf, you feed in my pastures. No, good sir, said the lamb, I have not yet tasted grass. Again said the wolf, you drink of my well. No, exclaimed the lamb, I never yet drank water, for as yet my mother's milk is both food and drink to me. Upon which the wolf seized him and ate him up, saying, well, I won't remain supperless, even though you refute every one of my imputations. And the moral of the story, y'all get ready for this. The tyrant will always find a pretext for his tyranny. Anime, why are you still asleep? What? You're going to make me go to Fiverr, and I am going to get another assistant because this is trifling. I just read I'm going to read it again. And you better. For those that don't know, I got mythic animals around here that help me out on my show. And I don't understand why they make it so hard. Why they make it so hard. It's such a simple thing. I don't understand. I don't understand. So anime, I'm going to need you to get it together as soon as possible. So here we go. The Wolf and the Lamb, last time, family, and then you'll have it, and we'll be discussing this tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Man, I hope y'all get the message out of this. Wolf, meeting with a lamb astray from the fold, resolved not to lay a violent hand on him, but to find some plea to justify to the lamb the wolf's right to eat him. He thus addressed him, Sirrah, last year you grossly insulted me. Indeed, bleated the lamb in a mournful tone of voice, I was not then born. Then said the wolf, you feed in my pastures. No, good sir, replied the lamb, I have not yet tasted grass. Again said the wolf, well, God damn it, you drink of my well. No, exclaimed the lamb, I never yet drank water, for as yet my mother's milk is both food and drink to me. Upon which the wolf seized him and ate him up, saying, well, I won't remain supperless, even though you refute every one of my imputations. And the moral is, the tyrant will always find a pretext for his or her tyranny. Damn. Anime. God. Anybody got any mythical animals they want to sell or want to trade? Because this Phoenix over here is just, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might have to fire her. First off, family, I want to welcome you to the Congregation of the Mighty. This is the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Don't be... This is a Heart of a Simba production, and this is the Daily Toast. Simba, you looking for a new home too, huh? Well, we strive. Explosion, you better have it together to blow up your old paradigm.
Mr. Diddy.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water. But first, take your breath and drink some water. Take a breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Now, grab your glass for some water. Get your picture of that water. Lift that picture of that water. Gently pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, pour, then drink. Now, move your body and drink some water. Stretch it out, fam. Come on. Move your body, drink some water. Come on, put that morning stretch. Move your body and drink some water. Bam. Just move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, move, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then. Bam. Take your breath and drink some water. Breathe. Lift, turn and pour some water. Move your body, pour some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But remember the 4 pillars of Gye-Nyame to stay healthy. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Culturally appropriate diet, family. Come on now. But hey, take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Come on. I'm about to say breakdown, but drink up. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Lift your glass. Take your breath. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink your water, fam. Remember the rules of the Daily Toast family. In order for us to toast our ancestors, we got to take care of ourselves. We got to be healthy vessels so that we can serve our ancestors in the way that we can, in the best way that we can, right? Not racing to the bottom, doing quality work. You understand? Using quality materials. That's how we get down here in Gye-Nyame. Welcome to the tribe, the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscles. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I'm trying, family. I'm trying. So, Once again, GNJmedia.live. Check out the merch, right? Now, also, GNJ Media, free GNJ eCourse.com. We got those properties. Go and check them out. I'll put them up in a link. But Brother Kwame, the Black Yoda, has something for us. Speaking of, oh no, okay. I read that one already. So let me go and put these up real quick. Let's see if it go through. GNJ Media.live. Yeah, I'm gonna be having some new outfits in a second, family. I ain't playing. And then don't forget, free G&J eCourse. And if you like this stuff, go on, feel free to share it.com. Also be on the lookout for the e-newsletter. Kwame got his fifth, I think this is his fifth article in there. You know, we trying, we strive, you know, we building. All right, so now let's go on and do this toast. Let me finish this water, because I know some of y'all got to get to work, and I got to get to my adventure as well. All right, which one I'm going to pull from today? All right, because you've been breathing, I'm going to use this one. This right here, family, is that ambrosia. I'm going to have to start. I haven't made the tea yet, so fam, bear with me. Because, you know, I have to pace out when I make my ambrosia with my paychecks. If I start the tea too early, because I thought I had some money up until yesterday. I looked at my checking account and I'm like, oh, shit. Y'all know that feeling? Am I alone? Anybody else know that? You look at your checking account and be like, oh, shit. You know, damn, that Restream IO bill came through. Damn. That phone bill came through. Damn. And I know I'm not by myself. Right? So, I'm living that ADOS life. So, first off, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call it Creator. We lift up our glass and we salute that Creator and we say, Ashe. Right. Thank you, fam. From there, we move on to our list of our illustrious ancestors, the group, and the Sense Makers tribe. Because we up, and some of us are dedicated every day to making sure that our personal ancestors are remembered. So we raise up our glass for them, and here's the list. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert Tex, Anna Davis, Herman Brown, Senior, Rosalie, Tilly, George, and William Walter, Christopher, and Gaston, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twigs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittman, El Nomo, X, Pet Mount Ra, Malika Fakour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brooke, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy right there, Gail Pulley and Alexa Brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Anna Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Rendelman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Rand Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Mildell Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mitchell Copeland, Jenny Clayburg, B.D. Sale, Willoughby, the Farmer, Goso, Sue Shell, Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keechler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles, Watson Sparrow, Slimmy Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Heather Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kempty, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quills, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quills, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. S. Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hannah Levester, Mae Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Dama Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Allen Ohio, Frankie Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Pina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Denny Monares, Gina Rube Jones, Jana Callahan, William Walter West, Nigella Parrish, Elder Basiji Filani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFriedis Hines, Inez Bostic, Anna Bostic, Winifred Canterbury, Wilson Haley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spradling, Calvin Spradling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Neilon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Swan Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensenbaugh, Hazel Gatson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irvin, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkerson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Glebus, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet McKay, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Eno Baby Hatch, at Senior, Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Coper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Frances, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford, Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Town, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erston Houston, Leonard Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Betty Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramy Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.A. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irvin, Hiram Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarin Coper, George Swan, Imania Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. On to the Black Book. Joella Giles, James Carswell, Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shane Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quincy Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denisa Gore, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid is in transition, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Archie Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Monger III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Dorton, Joanna, Desandra, Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fanny L. Webb, Dan Wilton, Alate Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny Pete Walton, William Walton, and Fred Powers. We also have Elijah Juan Hakeem in Como, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, Victor Bolden, and Drusilla Kitty Berger. We raise our glass and we salute and we say, Ashe, Ashe, man, Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? Y'all know where we go. From here, we move to the present moment. Family, I want to give it up for all the Kujichagulia babies, because it's hard being a Kujichagulia baby out here in this world. Family, it's hard. Shout out to all my Kujichagulia fans. Thank you. I'm so kind. Shouts out to all those that are born in Kujichagulia. It's your day. This is your day of power. Let's go on and make it great. I am a Kujichagulia baby, so I am partial to this day. Yes, 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 y'all. Right? In Gye-Nyame, we all got our days. Right? I am a Kujichagulia baby. I was born, you know what I'm saying? My star is Kujichagulia, right? And as y'all see, I redefine shit. I have no problem with that, right? I define it for myself. And for, you know what I'm saying? I have no problem with it. I love it. Right? So here we go. Are you ready? Are you sure? All right, cool. So family, it's Kujichagulia. I'm going to ask you to activate your reticular formation. I want you to focus in and track down Kujichagulia. We are hunting Kujichagulia today. And pretty soon, I'm going to start putting a reward up for individuals that are able to track down the principle of the day. As a matter of fact, we might need to start that, right? We're looking for the best caught scene of Kujichagulia. But family, remember the rules. Catch and release. We can't hold on to the principles. You can't, no, you got to share it with the world. But you can hold it for a second and you can let it go. Catch and release. Take a picture of it. Do a video. Do a audio presentation of it. Draw a picture of it. Post it up on Gye-Nyame Journey so that people know that there's other stuff going on out there besides the shit that's going on out there. We have to start practicing and training ourselves to hone in on our principles so that we can start seeing what we need to see as well as what we have to see. Right? All right. So, for those that don't speak the language, Kujichagulia self-determination. The meiotic principle today is justice. The color is indigo. I got on black because that indigo. But I think we might have indigo in the store. I have to look. I got to double check. I thought we had indigo. I wasn't able to get all the colors for the store like I got. You know what I'm saying? So we have to personally make those for those that want the colors. It is possible. It's just a little few extra steps. But family, we have we have the Daily Toaster. We got the Daily Toaster long sleeve. We got the Daily Toaster hoodie. We got that Ambrosia hoodie. We got the new Daily Toaster symbol on. And we're about to hit with the new Gye-Nyame Journey Media logo. I ain't playing. I'm just saying. All right. So the color is indigo. A hermetic law today is correspondence. Now, in a future e-course or book or however I decide to do it, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to explain how all this stuff works together. The day name for males today is Kwabena. For female is Abina. Right? Right now, as far as Gye-Nyame, what?
Car key.
For what?
Mommy told me to put this in your car.
Why?
So you won't forget it.
I know what I need to get.
Okay.
I mean, most of that, have y'all, either one of y'all read the list?
No. I don't think.
No. You read, right?
Yeah.
It's real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. Read the list. What's on the list?
Parent photo identification, verification.
Hold on.
Student identification.
Okay, cool. All right. So, you got most of that.
Yeah.
All right? How about, go read it. I don't need that. I work at a school. Go on. Y'all just call me and remind me to get it. All right, and all I was saying was that Kwabena right now, we running it, right? I'm just saying. I mean, we got Kwabena, we got Tiandra, Abina, we got Navita, Abina, we got Lil Gina, Abina. Come on. Where the rest of the days at? Where the rest? We missing the days of the week. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of scared what's going to happen when we have at least 2 daily toasters per day raising their glass on their day of power. I just want y'all to think about that. Right? A male and a female, right? On their days. See, I do 7 days a week. Right? I'm just saying, family, if you can't do that, at least do your day, right? Once a week, you pour libation for your ancestors and your relations' ancestors, for other people in the tribe's ancestors. That's not a big task. As a matter of fact, that is a self-mastery tool that we give it to you for free. And we do a lot of the heavy lifting. So we raise our glass up for this present moment, because in this moment is our power. And in this moment, we must keep our pact with our ancestors and remember their ways, remember their wisdom, and be bold enough to to take steps forward. Some of us is caught up in the past. Stop being scared and shit. Where's our new myths at that address where we are right now? Where the new stories at? Where the new legends at? Stop being scared. Well, I got something coming for y'all. We not playing here, Gye-Nyame Journey. So we raise our glass up for this moment right now. And we also, in raising up and recognizing our power in the moment, we know that we are responsible for our children and our children's children. And if we don't handle our business now, they won't be able to handle it later. And since I believe I'm a generational being, I reincarnate and come back through my same bloodline, I am responsible to leave it better than when I left it, because I don't want to have to come back into some bullshit. Some of y'all just messing up your whole bloodline. I'm just saying. And some of y'all need to look at some of your friends when they be talking crazy and stuff like that, and be like, you fucking up your bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Look at some of, some of the mates we be choosing and shit. You fucking up the bloodline. I'm just letting you know. Right? We got to come back. So we got to leave it right. You know what I'm saying? Leave it better than how you found it. I think that's in one of our principles somewhere, right? I think that's in Ujima, right? Just saying. We raise up our glass. We salute this moment, and we say Ashe. From there, family, move to our children's children, on to infinity, and we raise up our glass, and we salute them in advance. Let them know we going to handle our business, right? Now, babies, not only am I going to get y'all reparations, right? We're going to make sure that you are a protected class, and you're going to be able to run this motherfucker. How about that? Talking to the future. They're over there waving, right? Ancestors over there waving. You got to have that relationship. So we raise our glass and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move on to all of our relations, and we raise our glass and we say Ashe. And from there, family, we move, and I allow you that moment. I ain't even allowing you. This is your moment right now, family, for that personal toast, right? That what is it that you need in this moment, right? Simple. This moment. What do you need right now in this moment to move towards your greatness? To move towards the greatest you. To align yourself with who you really are. What do you need in this moment? Raise the glass. You say Ashe. From their family, I toast the most magnificent, the most powerful, the most uplifting and inspiring individual in the room right now. In this moment. And it's you. I toast you. We say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. And as we, in the new way that we doing it now in Gye-Nyame, I say cat in. Right? But hold on, we got somebody writing. Dealing with kids can be self-determination. But hey, man. Hey. Oh, what's up, Mr. Gamble? How you doing, man? Yeah, dealing with kids every day, man. Every day. Every day. As you know, you need to be practicing principles when you're dealing with the children. All right, so family, you know, I got to go off and get to my adventure. You know, we are officially in training right now. I promise the e-course, the chakras for black folks will be out. I'm seriously, I'm gonna do a series on that, for black folks. Shit. Let me see. I like that. Chakras for black folks. That shit sound hot. It'll be out soon. I'm just trying to finish it. For black folks series. Don't get offended, because if you're not black, I'm quite sure you can go and still get it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know some of y'all very sensitive out there. So, one love, family. And I am out. Y'all have a great, great, great day. Better yet, don't have it. Make it a great day. I'm out.